Alright, so there are a lot of different aspects to the brush and all the brush settings. We're not going to touch on all of those, but I just want to give you guys the basics that'll get you going quickly here. So I'm going to click the brush icon, and Procreate is great in that it includes a lot of brushes. Okay, so whatever you're looking for, there's probably a brush for it. I'll say this as a kind of as an aside. I think a lot of beginners get too caught up in brushes. You know, it's one of the questions that I get the most. What brush is that? How did you do that? What brush is it? Where'd the brush come from? Where'd you get the brush? You know, there is no magic brush. Okay, there's a lot of painters. If you watch, YouTube people like myself or other digital painters, and you see the stuff they're doing, you're like, man, like it's got to. These people are awesome. This brush must be why they're so awesome, and that just doesn't work that way. Um, I'm going to include a few very basic brushes that are really just really specific things, but for the most part, I use the brushes that are included with Procreate. When you click on the brush icon, like I said earlier, there's a lot of different brush types here. You guys can see airbrushes, charcoal, all these different things. These can be dragged around and arranged just like anything else. So like if I've got a new group up here that I created with my initials, and I can drag brushes into that first group. So like if I know there's a couple of my favorite brushes, then I can create a group here at the top and keep all those together, which is what I've done here. And to make a new brush group, it's sort of hidden, but if you swipe down on the brush group, you can see that it reveals new set. Okay, and then you can name that whatever you want, and it'll create it there. So I named mine my initials KMR. So let's say that I want to bring in, let's just go down to charcoal, and let's say that burnt tree is one that I like a lot. Then I can just hold down the burnt tree brush, bring it up here to the KMR group, and then drop it, and you can see that it's put that burnt tree there at the top. Okay. So if you don't want it in there, then you can just delete that. Let me make sure that it doesn't. Yeah, it still saves a copy in the charcoal section, so I can delete that. And I included a couple of brushes in the course in the downloads. One is this fat pencil, which is just it's the basic Procreate pencil with some things adjusted. I actually got this brush from Mike Henry. It's a free brush that you can make yourself, and I've included it there just for convenience purposes. The Waterson Dry is not included. This is one, I'll put some links to where I got this from. It's just an inking brush that I like. Most of this is just standard Procreate brushes, except for the flatter brush, and we're going to use this to do some flatting later, which is if you're into coloring, like comic book style, that's something that we'll use there. But if you're not doing that, you may never have to use it. So anyway, that's how you get around. Like I said, there's lots and lots of different cool brushes, and I would just say to, be careful about using some of these really crazy brushes too much. You want to keep things subtle. You don't want to be one of those people that where you see their artwork and you recognize the brush, like, oh, well, that's this brush from Photoshop, or that's this brush from this. I'm not a big fan of that personally, so I try to use them in ways that doesn't just slap them onto the canvas. But we'll talk about all that in a bit. The other thing you need to know about brushes is the size and the opacity sliders that are over here on the left side of the screen. You guys can see this right over here. So let me just pick a brush. Let me get the pencil, for example. Now, one of the things that's convenient about Procreate is with your left hand, you can adjust the size on the fly or the opacity without having to switch settings at all. So I can start drawing. Let me get off a locked layer here. So I can start drawing, and then if I want it bigger, I can just grab that top slider and pull it up, or I can pull it back down. So that's the size slider, if I can say that. This little icon here is a color picker. Okay, so if I had different colors on my piece, then I can click that color picker, and just hit it with my pen, and that changes the color that I'm using to that color. So this is something that digital painters do extensively. It's a way to mix colors very quickly on the canvas without having to go back into your colors. So you can just hold down that little thing and tap. There's a couple of different options in the Procreate settings for this, but that's how I've got mine set. And then the last thing here is the brush opacity slider. So you can see that if I leave this all the way up, it's 100%, it's not opaque at all. And as I slide it down, you can see that it's not quite as, go all the way down, you can see that it's not quite as dark. So I can layer that better. You know, this is really important, especially if you're painting and you want colors to mix, then make sure that opacity stays on the low side. So for example, if I go back, so let's say I pick this red, and then I'll pick like a yellowish color. Now if I put these on too opaque, then I can't really mix them that well. But if I turn the opacity down, I can color pick that red and then kind of drag it over the yellow. And then I can color pick the difference. So you can see that now I've got a different color here. I've got this like orange color now. Now I didn't have to go pick an orange, I just layered red and yellow. So that's one thing about opacity that's very useful when you're digital painting or drawing or whatever and you want to be able to mix colors. You know, turn the opacity down, it's a good way to do that. And I like to use the two-finger undo, you know, most of the time. You can hold it to, you know, go back further, and then 3 fingers to go back. But there is an undo and redo little arrows down here at the far right there. These are really small. I'm going to blow this up right here. So I've got back and forward. So that's another option too if the gestures don't work for you, but for me it's just really easy to draw. If I get on a layer that I want to be on, draw, it's not right, undo. So that's the brush tool. You know, we'll go into more detail on that later as well, but that's the basics. So let's move on.